Jai Gurudev, yes. Can these practices help lawyers handle the pressure of public speaking, especially when presenting arguments in court? Yes, absolutely. Lawyers often experience performance anxiety when speaking in public or arguing before a judge. Sudarshan Kriya and Sehat Samadhi meditation work wonders in calming the nerves and sharpening focus. When a lawyer practices these techniques, they are able to quiet the mind, access their inner confidence, and speak with clarity and authority. Shakti Kriya specifically can help in energizing the body and mind, giving the lawyer the physical stamina needed to speak for long hours while remaining focused and coherent. It's about being fully present and being able to channel the mental and physical energy into delivering powerful arguments. Furthermore, Sanyam sadhana helps a lawyer master their inner emotional state, reducing nervousness and helping them remain steady in the face of a large crowd or intense courtroom situations. By grounding themselves through these practices, lawyers can gain command over their emotions, allowing them to project confidence and control. What impact does practicing Guru Puja and participating in Vedic rituals have on a lawyer's spiritual and professional growth? Guru Puja allows a lawyer to build a deep, intimate relationship with their higher self and their spiritual guide. It nurtures an unwavering sense of peace, confidence, and guidance. The rituals themselves are powerful in invoking blessings for success, wisdom, and clarity, which directly impact a lawyer's professional journey. When a lawyer dedicates time to Guru Puja and participates in Vedic rituals, they receive divine blessings which create favorable conditions for success in their legal endeavors. Participating in Vedic rituals like Agni Karyam and Ganapati Homa removes obstacles both internal and external. These rituals ensure that the lawyer's path remains clear, helping them stay on the righteous track and overcome any challenges or legal roadblocks they may face. Through these spiritual practices, the lawyer gains strength, wisdom, and a deeper sense of purpose, which keeps them grounded amidst the inevitable ups and downs of their career. In your experience, how have these practices influenced lawyers in terms of career satisfaction and overall happiness? Lawyers who practice Sudarshan Kriya, Sahat Samadhi meditation, and engage in Padma Sadhana report greater satisfaction with their careers. They often experience a sense of fulfillment that transcends monetary or material success. Their motivation shifts from merely winning cases to serving the greater good and delivering justice with integrity. They experience a deeper sense of peace and contentment, which ensures that their work is not only professionally successful but also personally enriching. True happiness for lawyers comes from aligning their work with a higher sense of purpose. Practices like sadhana and participation in Vedic rituals help lawyers find this alignment, transforming their perspective on success and fulfillment. Instead of focusing solely on external achievements, they develop a sense of inner joy that comes from service, ethical practice, and spiritual growth. Finally, what long term benefits do you see for lawyers who consistently incorporate these spiritual practices into their lives? The long term benefits are profound. Lawyers who regularly engage with these practices often experience higher levels of emotional intelligence, resilience, and clarity. They become leaders not only in their legal careers but in their communities. These individuals are seen as ethical, compassionate, and strong, qualities that make them respected professionals and individuals. Additionally, they experience greater work life balance, reduced stress, and a deeper sense of purpose in both their professional and personal lives. Over time, the consistent practice of these spiritual disciplines leads to a transformation in the very fabric of the lawyer's being. Their life is marked by inner peace, wisdom, and ethical success. The practices elevate their overall well being, not just in their legal career, but in all facets of life. They no longer burn out or suffer from stress, but thrive in every area, maintaining long lasting happiness and success. This has been such an enlightening discussion. Thank you once again for sharing your deep knowledge on how the profound spiritual practices from Art of Living and Vedic Dhamma Sansthan can not only elevate a lawyer's professional performance, but also their overall quality of life. Jagadev. Jai Gurudev, in high pressure environments like the courtroom, lawyers need to remain composed How do practices like Shakti Kriya and Sudarshan Kriya support a lawyer's mental fortitude in such intense moments? Jagadevya, Shakti Kriya is designed to help individuals access and strengthen their inner energy. This practice brings an immense sense of power and balance, which allows lawyers to stay calm and collected even in the most high pressure situations. The energy flow that it cultivates is especially helpful when lawyers need to maintain composure and focus during trials or negotiations. Similarly, Sudarshan Kriya works as a deep cleansing tool for the mind and body, reducing anxiety and mental clutter. This practice allows lawyers to focus on the task at hand, making sure they are not overwhelmed by emotions like fear or nervousness when facing high pressure moments in court. When a lawyer practices Shakti Kriya, they tap into a wellspring of internal energy, which helps them maintain an unwavering focus and poise. This is crucial when speaking to a judge, engaging in arguments, or even during cross examinations. The ability to channel inner energy ensures that the lawyer can deliver their arguments with the confidence, clarity, and power without getting emotionally shaken by opposition. Lawyers often have to make quick decisions that impact their clients' futures. How can Sahat Samadhi meditation and Sudarshan Kriya enhance decision making skills? Yes, Jai Gurudev, Sahat Samadhi meditation works at the level of the subconscious, helping you create mental clarity and a calm space within. By practicing regularly, lawyers can strengthen their decision making abilities because they are better able to separate emotions and biases from the decision making process. This enables them to make more thoughtful, wise, and effective choices. On the other hand, Sudarshan Kriya cleanses the mind and revitalizes the body, leaving a lawyer feeling grounded and energized. This makes them more present and able to assess situations more quickly, even under pressure, allowing them to make decisions confidently and swiftly. Both practices help create a mental space where decisions are made from a place of wisdom rather than fear or anxiety. Quick decisions in law can often be fraught with second guessing, but when you practice these techniques, you develop a deeper trust in your ability to navigate complex situations. The inner stillness created by these practices can give you access to a higher level of intuition and insight when critical decisions need to be made. In your experience, do lawyers notice improvements in their interpersonal relationships, both at work and personally, when they incorporate these practices into their lives? Absolutely, spiritual practices like Padma Sadhana, Sehat Samadhi meditation, and Sudarshan Kriya create a sense of internal harmony, which then reflects outwardly in a lawyer's relationships. The practices reduce reactive tendencies and promote emotional intelligence, making it easier to understand the perspectives of others. As a result, lawyers who engage in these practices tend to foster stronger, more harmonious relationships with clients, colleagues, and even opposing counsel. They can better navigate the emotional dynamics of client relationships, deal with difficult clients with empathy, and resolve conflicts with ease. When you are grounded and centered, you naturally attract positive energy from others. Lawyers who practice these techniques tend to show up in the world as more balanced, approachable, and compassionate, which improves relationships at both personal and professional levels. They are also better equipped to handle contentious situations without becoming emotionally invested in conflicts, which often leads to better outcomes for clients. In a profession that demands a high level of productivity, how can Sudarshan Kriya help lawyers maintain peak performance without burning out? Sudarshan Kriya is a powerful tool for rejuvenation and mental clarity. The practice helps to release accumulated stress, reduces mental fatigue, and brings the mind and body into alignment. Lawyers who practice regularly report feeling more energized and alert despite the long hours they put in. By engaging in Sudarshan Kriya, they avoid a mental burnout that often comes with sustained intellectual work. What's more, the deep relaxation induced by this practice also helps lawyers sleep better, which further enhances productivity and focus throughout the day. It's a well known fact that burnout is a significant issue in the legal profession. With the demands of deadlines, cases, and client expectations, many lawyers experience chronic fatigue and stress. However, Sudarshan Kriya creates a shift in the nervous system, making it more resilient to stress. This allows lawyers to operate at their highest levels without depleting their energy reserves. When practiced regularly, this leads to sustained high performance without the negative effects of burnout. Lawyers are often required to defend people or organizations under significant public scrutiny, how can Shakti Kriya and Sahat Samadhi meditation help them handle public pressure? When lawyers are under the microscope, whether it's during a high profile trial or media coverage, Shakti Kriya and Sahat Samadhi meditation help them stay unaffected by external noise. Shakti Kriya strengthens the lawyer's energy system, creating a sense of stability and focus. This empowers them to stand strong regardless of public opinion or media pressure. Similarly, Sahat Samadhi meditation creates a space of deep inner peace. Lawyers who meditate regularly find themselves less reactive to external judgment. They learn to operate from a space of inner confidence and strength rather than seeking validation from others. With the Sehat Samadhi meditation, the lawyer becomes less identified with the opinions or pressures of others, allowing them to stay calm and composed under scrutiny. When they practice regularly, they cultivate a mental and emotional fortitude that protects them from external judgments, helping them stay focused on the case and perform their role with integrity despite the media or public pressure. For lawyers dealing with complex legal arguments or case details, how does Padma Sadhana and yoga enhance focus and clarity in their work? Padma Sadhana and yoga both support a lawyer's ability to maintain focus and mental clarity for prolonged periods. Padma Sadhana is an excellent practice for sharpening concentration, enabling lawyers to process complex legal documents, case law, and arguments without mental fatigue. Yoga, on the other hand, helps in releasing the physical tension that often accumulates from sitting for long hours, ensuring that the lawyer remains physically comfortable and mentally focused. This combination keeps the mind sharp, ensuring the lawyer can analyze, synthesize, and retain vast amounts of information, a key skill in the legal profession. Lawyers often have to sift through mountains of information, some of which can be very dense and technical. Yoga creates space in the mind for creativity and innovative thinking, while Padma Sadhana ensures the lawyer can focus deeply on the task at hand. With these practices, lawyers are more equipped to develop comprehensive legal strategies, solve intricate legal problems, and retain crucial details from their cases. How do practices like Guru Puja and Sadhana contribute to a lawyer's personal development and ethical framework? Yes, Jagadev, Guru Puja and Sadhana help a lawyer cultivate a deep sense of purpose in their profession. These practices teach lawyers to honor their spiritual guide and tap into a higher wisdom that goes beyond the law. By regularly engaging in Guru Puja, lawyers receive guidance and strength from their spiritual practice, ensuring that their actions are aligned with a higher moral compass. This ethical framework guides their decisions, helping them choose the right path. When navigating legal gray areas, ultimately their work becomes an extension of their deeper values and a sense of service to humanity. The sadhana practices, especially Sanyam sadhana and Gayatri Japa sadhana, instill a sense of discipline, patience, and perseverance. As these practices help develop the lawyer's inner strength, they also allow them to remain committed to ethical principles no matter the challenges. A lawyer with this foundation will not be swayed by external pressures but will act with integrity, remaining true to their ethical obligations. Thank you for your continued insights into how these spiritual practices can shape and enhance a lawyer's career. Your wisdom truly underscores the transformative power of integrating these practices into the legal profession for long term success, balance, and fulfillment. Jai Gurudev. Jai Gurudev and welcome. Let's explore how the ancient wisdom shared by His Holiness Gurudev Shishi Ravi Shankarji and practices of the art of living like meditation, Sudarshan Kriya, Gayatri Chapa, and others can help legal professionals like Jessica Pearson thrive. Jai Gurudev, is how important is inner calm for a high pressure legal career? Jagadev, yes, it's extremely important. Legal professionals are constantly solving conflicts. If they themselves are agitated inside, they can't think clearly. Regular practice of Sudarshan Kriya cleanses accumulated stress daily. It oxygenates the brain, removes mental fog, and builds resilience, making one like Jessica Pearson calm yet sharp under immense pressure. Vedic rituals like Gayatri Japa, sadhana to also enhances buddhi or intellect. Chanting the Gayatri mantra aligns the mind with cosmic intelligence. Sandhya Vandanam sadhana or daily prayer at dawn and dusk further grounds the lawyer, providing inner strength throughout the day. Yes, how does meditation, especially Sehat Samadhi meditation, help lawyers like Jessica handle complex strategic decisions? Sehat Samadhi meditation is profound for lawyers. It takes you beyond thought into pure awareness. In that deep silence, intuition blossoms. You don't just think with your brain, you feel the correct decision intuitively. Jessica's quick decision making and clear moral compass would be natural outcomes of regular Sehat Samadhi practice. In Vedic Dharma, meditation supported by daily Agni Karyam or fire rituals further refines the inner self. The Homam offerings dissolve subtle negativities, empowering clarity and courage in leadership decisions. How can tools like Padma Sadhana benefit lawyers who need to maintain discipline and grace? Padma Sadhana, a special sequence of yoga postures followed by meditation, stabilizes emotions, brings grace to movements, and restores balance. For someone like Jessica Pearson, practicing Padma Sadhana would help maintain a perfect posture, calm speech, and dignified aura, even in stressful courtroom scenarios. Discipline in daily sadhanas like Sanyam sadhana of level 1 and level 2, which is an advanced program, creates unshakable emotional maturity, a quality lawyers deeply need. Lawyers often deal with betrayal and broken trust. How can Guru Puja and Sanyam sadhana and practices of level 1 and level 2 help process these emotions? Yes, Guru Puja phase 1 and phase 2 reconnects you to gratitude and surrender. Through sacred chants, you dissolve the ego and attachments. Even when betrayal strikes, like Jessica facing Daniel Hardman's deception, regular Guru Puja practice keeps one above bitterness. Sanyam level 1 and level 2 practices extended periods of silence combined with deep meditations heal old emotional wounds. They allow the lawyer to start afresh every morning free from yesterday's burdens. Lawyers often walk a fine ethical line. How can Shakti Kriya and the wisdom from Gurudev Shri Shri Ravi Shankar Ji's talks help maintain inner integrity? Yes, Jai Gurudev, Shakti Kriya strengthens both the body's prana life force and one's inner will. When prana is strong, temptations like unethical shortcuts lose their grip. Gurudev's books like especially celebrating silence and intuition and inner strength teach how to stay rooted in dharma or righteousness while succeeding materially. In Vedic rituals, the daily repetition of Gayatri Japa and attending Agnihotra and Agni Karyam homums purify intentions. Ethical clarity then becomes natural, not forced. Can yoga and meditation improve a lawyer's negotiation and communication skills? Absolutely. Yoga removes body stiffness, meditation removes mind ka stiffness. Negotiation is not about verbal tricks but about genuine presence. A centered lawyer naturally influences the room, not just like Jessica Pearson does with her commanding presence and calm voice. In addition, ancient Vedic chanting and daily pujas refine the Vaka Shakti or the power of speech. Speech becomes magnetic, clear, and truthful, essential in high stakes negotiations. Jessica's leadership involves balancing authority and compassion. How can spiritual practices cultivate this? A daily combination of Sudarshan Kriya, Padma Sadhana, and Sehat Samadhi meditation creates balance between Shakti or energy and Bhakti or compassion. Such a leader listens empathetically but stands firm when needed. Vedic rituals like Upanayana or sacred thread ceremonies symbolize a commitment to both knowledge and compassion. Practitioners are trained to act for the greater good and not just personal ambition. In what way can regular spiritual practice help lawyers manage long term career success without burnout? Sustained success needs more than ambition, it needs spiritual energy. Regular kriyas, yoga asanas, meditations, and wisdom, reading replenish mental and emotional batteries daily. Jessica's ability to operate at peak performance for years would be greatly supported by simple practices like daily Sudarshan Kriya and weekly Sanyam retreats. In addition, maintaining Vedic sadhanas like Sandhya Vandanam and attending yagyas and homams rejuvenates the subtle body or Shukshma Sharira, which modern science is just beginning to acknowledge. What final advice would you give to a young lawyer stepping into a demanding profession? Start your day with yoga, Padma Sadhana, and Sudarshan Kriya. Build emotional resilience with Sehat Samadhi meditation. Regularly attend Sanyam retreats and heal and recharge. Read Gurudev's books, especially The Secret of Relationships and An Intimate Note to the Sincere Seeker in Celebrating Silence to stay anchored through the ups and downs. Immerse yourself in Gayatri Japa Sandhya Vandanam and participate in Guru Pujas of both phase 1 and phase 2 and Agni Karyam and Homas and Agni Hotras. These practices will protect your inner peace like armor, and sharpen your mind like a diamond, enabling you to succeed with dignity and joy. Thank you. This beautifully blends ancient wisdom with the modern legal world, Jagadev. Jagudev, how does daily spiritual practice influence a lawyer's ability to manage complex legal cases with precision? Daily spiritual practices, especially Sudarshan Kriya, work wonders for enhancing focus and clarity. The breathing techniques in Sudarshan Kriya harmonize the nervous system, enabling professionals to handle high pressure situations without losing mental clarity. This is crucial for lawyers like Jessica who need to process vast amounts of information and present a coherent case without any distractions from the Vedic perspective. Yoga and daily pujas ensure that the lawyer's energies are aligned with cosmic forces, helping them tap into a deeper level of mental sharpness and clarity. Regular practice of Guru Puja, both of phase 1 and phase 2, for instance, can eliminate mental clutter and create space for deeper insight into complex cases. How can practices like Shakti Kriya and meditation prevent burnout and compassion fatigue in the legal field? Shakti Kriya directly boosts energy levels and prevents depletion. Legal work, particularly in intense environments like those Jessica operates in, can lead to burnout if not managed carefully. Shakti Kriya works by nurturing your inner strength, keeping you grounded and empowering you to push through the fatigue that can accumulate over long hours or difficult cases. Similarly, meditation techniques like Sehat Samadhi meditation cultivate a state of inner peace that acts as a shield against compassion fatigue. These practices help you maintain a balanced perspective, making sure that the emotional toll of difficult legal battles doesn't overshadow your ability to function with integrity and compassion. In terms of emotional intelligence, how does the meditation and spiritual practices impact a lawyer's interpersonal relationships with their clients and colleagues? Emotional intelligence is all about understanding others, being aware of their emotions, and responding with empathy. Meditation, particularly Sehat Samadhi and Sudarshan Kriya, helps lawyers stay connected to their own emotions while giving them the clarity to be present for others. Lawyers like Jessica, who deal with high stakes relationships, would find this very helpful when managing client relationships or leading a team. From the Vedic angle, rituals like Gayatri Japa Sadhana and Sanyam Sadhana of both level 1 and level 2 increase the sensitivity of the heart chakra, which directly boosts your empathy and ability to relate to others on a deeper level. This heightened emotional awareness enables a lawyer to navigate difficult client conversations, negotiations, and even team dynamics with grace. Can you explain how spiritual practices can help lawyers deal with personal challenges and maintain a balanced life outside of work? Yes, absolutely. Personal life often gets compromised in high pressure professions. Gurudev's teachings emphasize that true balance comes from inner peace. Practices like Sanyam Sadhana and Padma Sadhana not only restore physical well being but also stabilize emotions. Lawyers like Jessica Pearson, who have to juggle demanding work with personal life, benefit from creating space for these practices, enabling them to maintain harmony in both their professional and personal realms. Vedic practices like the daily recitation of the Gayatri Mantra and attending homams or pujas can help lawyers maintain a balance between their worldly responsibilities and inner spiritual growth. These rituals act as anchors, grounding them in peace, even when external circumstances become overwhelming. How does the wisdom in Gurudev's talks and books, such as Celebrating Silence or The Art of Living, apply to legal professionals handling morally challenging cases? Gurudev's wisdom encourages you to look beyond the immediate, focusing on the bigger picture. When faced with ethically challenging situations, as Jessica often does in her role, the deeper understanding gained from Gurudev's teachings helps lawyers align their actions with higher principles. In Celebrating Silence, Gurudev teaches us how to be free from attachment to outcomes. This detachment allows legal professionals to make decisions based on their true values, not fear or personal gain. Additionally, books like The Secret of Relationships give legal professionals insight into managing difficult relationships, whether with clients, colleagues, or opposing parties. These teachings help lawyers balance their sense of justice with compassion without compromising their own moral integrity. How can regular participation in Vedic rituals like homams or Agnihotra improve a lawyer's mental and physical health? Regular participation in Vedic rituals like homams or Agnihotra works as a profound detox for both the mind and body. The fire ceremonies create an environment of purity and calm, promoting a sense of mental clarity. Lawyers, especially those like Jessica, who deal with high stakes cases, can experience improved concentration, reduced stress, and overall rejuvenation from these ancient practices. The holistic benefits of Vedic rituals allow a lawyer to continue their work at the highest level of efficiency. Vedic homums also bring about an energetic shift, cleansing the environment of negative influences. This is incredibly beneficial for anyone in the legal profession, where they must work under intense pressure and challenging circumstances. The act of offering to the fire cleanses not only the physical space but also the mind, resulting in a more focused and energized lawyer. What role do the more advanced spiritual practices such as the phase 2 of Guru Puja and Shakti Kriya play in maintaining the high levels of performance over long periods of time? Phase 2 of Guru Puja is a significant practice for deepening one's spiritual connection and wisdom. This phase facilitates a profound sense of surrender, helping professionals release the tension accumulated from constant decision making and external pressures. For a high performing lawyer like Jessica, this phase helps cleanse the mental clutter, facilitating clarity, wisdom, and the capacity to take on more complex tasks with ease. Shakti Kriya, on the other hand, is known to enhance vitality and inner strength. The practice activates the higher energy centers, enabling a lawyer to maintain consistent high performance over extended periods, much like marathon runners sustaining energy throughout a race. By incorporating these advanced techniques, lawyers can handle immense workloads without experiencing burnout or exhaustion. Finally, what advice would you give to a lawyer who is just starting to integrate spirituality into their profession? I would advise them to start simple, a small daily commitment to Sudarshan Kriya, meditation, or even yoga. Over time, as they feel the benefits, they can deepen their practice with tools like Sanyam and Phase 2 of Guru Puja. Consistency is key, as these practices will gradually lead them to enhance clarity, decision making, and peace, essential traits for any successful lawyers. Begin with gratitude each morning. Express gratitude for the ability to practice law. Regularly chant Gayatri Mantra of protection and clarity. Make space for silent meditation. Incorporate Vedic rituals like homams and pujas into your weekly routine. Trust in the process, and over time, you will find that your legal practice and spiritual growth complement each other beautifully. Thank you for this enlightening conversation. It's clear that spirituality through practices like Sudarshan Kriya, Sahat Samadhi meditation, Shakti Kriya, and others have immense potential to support lawyers in their professional lives while maintaining balance, integrity, and high performance. Jagrade.